Welcome everyone. Today we are talking about HRE and how do I play them in 2026. Now it's very important to know that HRE starts with 0 gold, so you need to send some starting villagers to your gold and get her early on. Now the only mistake I did in this game, even though this is how I play, is that this house was in a really bad position. The reason behind that, because I just realized that my Archon Champion needs to be here. So this house blocking a lot of like possibilities for me, which is I don't like. My opponent is the Ottoman Empire, so you need to know that they are very aggressive even in Dark Age or Feudal Age. Like they are really crazy aggressive in Feudal Age. So this is a perfect example for a game of what to do if you are facing a very aggressive player. Now, first of all, I'm getting up the gold and the food, and we are going to the Feudal Age. Let's skip the boring part a little bit. The first 1 minute, that's all about resource gathering. You see, I'm very close to age up. And it's gonna be very important for me to build towers. Because, well, first of all, the spearmen will come from the Ottoman player to my side of the map, try to do some aggression. So what I need to do is build a tower, since the first spearman just arrived from the military school that's producing for free for him. Archon Champion is going up with 4 villager, and I'm slowly getting the extra wood I need. So now what is the plan? The plan is very clear for me. I need to build farms in when I reach to the Feudal Age, and just straight go to the Castle Age, where if I'm being pushed in Feudal, all I have to do is make Manathon. But of course, if the Ottoman player tries to do some feudal aggression with the Sipahi and the Vizier point of healers, the field work, then I need to make a few spearmen to make sure he can't do as much damage on my gold. Because if he pushes off my gold, I still have a free card, which is build a market somewhere around my base and sell wood. Don't sell food, because you need food, since you need to make military, but rather just get all your wood and sell that for extra gold that you need. Archon Champion is almost up. I'm getting the gold, protected by the outpost. It's up, and I send a lot of villagers. You can see 7 villagers on that wood, and I have 7 on food. So what is my villager location right now? 774, and I'm start building farms in the Feudal Age, because I need to increase the amount of food I have in the sheep as much as possible. This is really good for me, because I'm getting 35% boost. I'm pretty sure it's 35. Yes. So the gathering rate is increased by 35%, which is insanely good. So my villagers are getting 35% in the range of the Archon Chapel. So I'm building those early farms because I will need it. I need to increase the amount of food I have under the TC, and the early farms helping me with that. My opponent aged up with the 10-minute Mendoza, which tells me that he will go an instantly huge aggression towards me, which is again perfectly fine to do some early barracks for me to counter out his stable. I'm scouting his base. I see there's a stable coming up. That's a free reminder for me that, oh, this opponent is going to do aggression against me and with the stable, which means most likely he will pick the field work Vizier point, which is the healers. Build a few more farms to have a good amount of food per minute. I'm building my first barracks since I'm scared of the Sipahi. And those houses are still in the range of the TC. Barracks number 1 going up right now. And I'm still focusing my resources towards Castle Age. I just wish to get to Castle. And I will build the Ragnin's Cathedral, not the burger. If I played OOTD, most likely I would build a burger, since OOTD burger is very, very strong. Because OOTD burger generates resources when you are making units, which is perfect. It's good at the early game, it's good at the end game, it's good whenever. It doesn't matter when. It's just always good to have OOTD burger. Meanwhile, the HRE burger just gives you extra charge damage on your units, 50% extra damage on the first attack, which is like, yeah, but you have to micro non-stop, right? So it's like, okay, 50% on the first attack, but that's it. As you can see, he's attacking me. I'm trying to protect with the one spearman I have. But it's not that easy, since he's healing his Sipai with the imams that he has. So I pulled out my prelate from the Aachen Chapel to heal that one spearman back a little bit. And I will put it back soon, because I need to boost my villagers and their getter speed, getter rate. So I'm going up with the Ragnis Cathedral, as I mentioned. Making a few more spearmen just to make sure that I can deal with what he has. At least times out one of my spearmen, because that's 2 Sipai steel. And he's not even losing that one Sipai. How good these imams are. So you might ask, why are they so strong compared to a normal imam? Because heals nearby allies in an area for 1 health every second, increase to 2 health in Castle and 3 health in Imperial. So they have their basic health, and also they have an aura health, aura healing. So he pushes off me again from the gold with this little action of Sipahi. But that's fine, because I have the emergency repair anytime to repair my tower. And he is making archers now to counter my spearman. Right, this cathedral is going up very, very soon. It would be a little bit faster, but I think there was like a shift click bug or something like that, that the villagers went to the food instead of building the landmark. I will notice it, by the way, when I see that there is only one villager on the landmark. Ah, look at that. I just noticed that. Then the shift click bug. Am I right? Oh, one Sipai fall. That was really nice for me, because I don't want to fight against that many Sipai. But he's pushing with those archers. I didn't want to use my emergency repair on that house, since if I use the emergency repair here, I don't have emergency repair here. Which is, it's more important to use it on this outpost. Okay, I built the market, as I mentioned. I'm selling some resources. Whatever resource I can sell, I'm selling it. I'm trying to get this outpost into fortified as well. I'm trying to focus out the archers with the outpost. Fortification finishes. I'm trying to protect the tower, but it's really hard because he has so many units now. But it's still fine for me. All I have to do is just to make men-at-arms and get their wood. I still have plenty of food. So that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing here. I might not be able to save those villagers. But at least doing a little bit of damage to him. Losing a few units at least. I'm still fine. I still have my farms, a few sheep as well. All I have to do is just to keep making man-at-arms. Just keep making man-at-arms. As I mentioned before, I can start selling wood and soon capture the relics. It was very unfortunate for me to have the relic at the bottom, so this is the most closest relic for me because this is my base relic. Even though you can say this is the most closest, yeah, but it's between me and him, right? This is completely on my side, but he was attacking from this side, so I couldn't sneak out to grab a relic or this one. I tried to grab this one because I was like, maybe he doesn't have a Sipahi there, but he did indeed have the Sipahi. First thing first, the upgrade I will get is gonna be a ranged armor, because I'm scared of his archers doing a lot of damage. So this is where I tried to sneak with the relic, but I couldn't sneak out sadly. He's focusing the houses, but I'm rebuilding them on the right side, and I will rebuild more on the right side. Also, the more farms I could have, but I didn't have the resources for it, if I researched the Cistercian Abbeys. So if you research the Cistercian Abbeys, all your monastery became a mini Archon chapel. So you can put prelates inside the Regn's Cathedral or the monastery, and you can build farms around the religious buildings. But sadly, I didn't have that much of a gold, and my gold was focused on fully to make man-at-arms. So I'm fighting his army, pulling some villager, trying to destroy those rams and filling up the TC as well with my villagers. Trying to focus down the matter so he doesn't have the extra melee bonus, melee armor. He tried to do some damage on the right, but I pulled my villagers back in time. And I'm just going back to gold now, since I don't wish to sell the wood anymore. I already sold a bunch of wood to get my gold up. Also, I will need the wood to start building more and more farms. I'm still fighting his army, doing it really well. I got the extra ranged armor in against his archers, which was the most important. So I push his army back, and I will keep making man-at-arms, protecting the right side as well with man-at-arm. As you can see, the destroy value is insanely high for me. I'm almost on 4,000. He just destroyed 2,400. I destroyed 3,800 so far, which is really nice. So that means I traded very well so far. And the collected resources, look at that, I'm 4,000 resource ahead. But of course, here it doesn't count of the military schools, because military school generates resource passively, so that doesn't count here. So this could be much more higher, like 12 or 13k. So I'm still ahead, of course. And he lost one of his imam, which was really nice. So he has only one of them. And I'm trying to sneak out and collect more relics. While trying to not lose a lot of man-at-arm. Of course, Sipahi is really strong. They have 0.75 range. Meanwhile, a man-at-arm has only 0.29, so the range of the Sipahi is crazy good. And I'll just keep making man-at-arms, and I'm researching the two-handed weapons. So here the heavy maces will not do anything good for me, since he's not making any heavy unit. But the two-handed weapons gives 2 extra damage to the man-at-arms, so it's very good to upgrade that against him. Since he can increase his melee armor by 2, to cut that 2 melee armor, I need to get that upgrade. So the upgrade is done. As you can see, I have the axe. That helps me a lot to do a lot of damage. And I'm building extra farms around the Archon Chapel to make sure my food economy is actually good. I collected 2 relics so far. What I'm going to do now is build towers around my base. The reason behind that, because HRE can get their upgrades much cheaper than a normal civilization, which is very important to mention. So let me pause here a little bit. So not just that your emplacements are cheaper, but you have upgrade inside the keep that increases the HP of your outpost and also the fire armor. So they can have a lot of fire armor, they can have a lot of HP. You don't need to store the relics inside your Ragna's Cathedral, because it doesn't matter where it is. Because as it says, act as a monastery, all relics generate 100% gold while garrison. It does not need to be garrison inside the Ragna's Cathedral. You can garrison it like towers, keeps, docks. You will still get the extra gold. Pirates are coming back. I'm just still fighting him on his base. Try to fight him on my base. I even have a launch nectar in my army to do some splash damage. Killing his army, and as you can see, I'm garrisoning the relic inside of the tower. Now we'll remove one of the relic from this Ragna's Cathedral, and I'm moving into this tower. And lately, upgrading into Spring Gold if you are Castle, or upgrading into Cannon if you are Imperial. And at the end, he surrenders because he couldn't go to the Castle Age. He couldn't finish me in Feudal. If it went for the Imperial, I would go with the landmark that makes my villagers very, very fast and very, very cheap, and win the game with Handcannoneer, Horseman, plus the Couverins. So that's how I play HRE. I hope you like it. Try it on the ladder.